Hello everyone, welcome back to the show. I'm actually really excited for today's topic because this is something that I've personally really been looking for and also something that I think is really different and interesting. So I really think you guys are going to like it as well. Quick shout out to all of you guys in the comments. Hello Shay, hello Nathan, hello Dad. I hope you guys enjoy the show today. So we're actually going to be talking a little bit about hairline products, which I don't think is sort of like a common vernacular when we're talking about beauty products. But this is something very special. I think this will be very close to home for me because I have a couple areas that I'd like to work on. So I'd like to start off by just kind of introducing what we're going to be doing today, just so you guys have a little bit of an intro. So usually when I'm trying to put my hair up or in a ponytail, I always do it like this. So I always leave my part and I always leave my hair down on the sides as much as possible. And it's not like a stylistic choice, it's actually for a reason. So I was in an accident a couple years back and it left me with a big scar right here. So I now have a bald spot subsequently. So it does kind of bar me from putting my hair up in like a really high pony or doing like the Bella Hadid like slick back trends and stuff like that. But I've always wanted to try it. Like I've always wanted to do a nice little updo or something that looks really sleek. So we're going to be trying that today with the help of some of these products. So I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and start by putting my hair up so I can go ahead and show you guys what I'm talking about. And then kind of as we go through, I'm going to try to see if these products can help me make it something that I like a little bit more. Let me see what else you guys got here. My favorite series is here again. Thank you, Lawrence. Hello, Nathan. I was in Texas at a major wedding. My dad is socializing in the chat. Everybody, make sure you tell him hi. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So because I'm going to be doing like a full upturned ponytail, I'm actually going to flip my head over really quick. Give me just a second. Okay. And I should mention, I don't have a brush with me here today. So this is likely not going to be the cleanest hairstyle I've ever had, but we're going to make it work. So typically, when I used to do cheer and, volleyball and dance and all that, I would put my hair up like this. But since the accident, I've kind of shied away from putting my hair this high, just to avoid all of my little flyaways, my baby hairs, and this guy. This is my little bald spot. So luckily the rest of this hair is pulled up. You can't really see the rest of the scar, but it actually goes all the way from here all the way to the back of my ear. So I usually try to avoid hairstyles like this that would kind of show that, or if I do wear it high, I'll kind of try to convince the baby hairs to lay down over top of it. But let's just see what we can do today. So I actually have two little rubber bands with me today. The ones that I have, oh, hold on, I'm going to do this again. This is going to bother me. 1 second. Sorry, I don't have a brush. Sorry, guys. Let's try this one more time. Oh, there we go. That already feels better. Okay, I like that better. So I'm actually going to be using one of these little elastics today, these sort of squiggly ones. The reason is because although I have very fine, sort of like Swedish hair, it's very, very thick. So I need something with a little bit more oomph to it, not like a little elastic band. And a lot of times the thinner ones really just don't hold the weight of my hair up. So here we go. This is going to be kind of a rough draft of what a typical high pony for me would look like. So sorry to hear that. You definitely can't tell. Don't worry about it, guys. I think it was a long time ago. I've grown a lot since, and I wouldn't have changed the experience for the world. I think it ended up making me a better person. So it just left me with a little bald spot, which is my favorite sort of side effect, but that's okay. Okay, so this is pretty standard. There isn't anything really special about this ponytail. You can actually see I have a ton of little baby hairs and little flyaways as well. So I'm going to be trying to use some of these products to see what we can do to make this look a little bit cleaner and look a little bit better. I'm just going to loosen it just a touch. Okay. All right, I think that'll work. So this is suspect number one. This is what we're going to work on the most. So I'm actually going to be using this one for you guys today. So this is a hair cover stick or a hairline stick. And this is particularly, I actually texted my dad before the show. This is particularly one of the products that I was excited about trying today. So with this one, basically there's two ends. So there's this end right here that's sort of like a brush. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's little fibers right there. And the other side is a little pat, it's a little sponge. What you don't see is inside here, there's actually like a little sort of clay mesh, and that's the product. That's the actual color that we're going to be using. I did swatch this one earlier, and it is pretty brown, which is obviously not my hair color, But I'm going to be just kind of putting it on really lightly and seeing if it can sort of blend out nicely enough to hide my bald spot. So let's see. Okay, so I'm just going to tap that right here. So it sticks to the hair really nicely, which is nice. So if you have very thinning hair, I could see this being a really nice product that works. It's not sticking too much to my scar, which is to be expected. My scar is super smooth. It's like waxy almost. It definitely helps though, I'm not gonna lie. So now I'm gonna be using the brush here just to kind of brush it out, make it look a little bit more natural. Okay, it definitely worked for the front part of the hairline right here, but not so much for the scar. So I'm going to use a little bit more product and see if that helps. Hello, Shannon. Hello, everyone. Hello, Hannah. Thank you for joining. True Gemini, it looks neat. It's definitely unique. I saw these a long time ago in Olive Young, but I've never tried it. Okay, so I'm actually going to do a little bit of finessing here. I'm going to pull it back into my hair a little bit more and see if that helps. Okay, so you can still see where the hair is thinner, but it's definitely a little bit better. I think it kind of gives the illusion that I have more hair there than I do, which is pretty good. Obviously, this is not a perfect color match for me. I would need something a little bit more ash toned or like blonde, obviously. But it'll work for the purpose of demonstrating today. So here we go. Let's try the other side just so I can match the colors a little bit more. And I'll swatch this on my hand for you guys so you can actually see the color as well. So if I do a really deep swatch, that's what color it is. So with this one, it's definitely a little bit more brown, a little bit more ash tone, which I don't think they have a blonde color available in Olive Young at the moment, but we'll work with it. So to apply, I'm just going to kind of dab it around, right around the areas where my hair gets really thin. I'm going to avoid my super white baby hairs because I think that the color is going to look really strange if I do that. Now I'm going to take the brush side right here, and we're just going to blend it in. Okay, so we don't want it to look like I painted my hair. We just want it to look like I have some darker strands underneath, or that the hair is a bit fuller. Not bad, right? So I think that definitely helped a little bit. I mean, I definitely am not noticing my bald spot as much as I typically would. So that does give me a little bit of extra confidence, which is super nice. Now we're going to be moving on to another product, and I've tried something similar like this, but not for my hair. So this next one here, this is actually the Flyaway Hair Fixer. So this one, when I take it out of the packaging, I think you guys will recognize this. This is actually a spoolie. Spoolie, ladies and gents, is this lovely little wand right here. I've used this for things like eyebrow shaping. I've used this for, obviously mascara and stuff like that. I have not used a clear type gel like this before for my hair, so this will be pretty interesting. So this one is completely clear. There is no sort of color on this, which I think is very helpful. But this is actually for those little flyaways, the ones that drive me nuts. So like right here in the front, I have this little tuft. So we're gonna smooth that back. Oh, I already really like that. Yeah, this would be a really great way to get that sort of just smooth texture. Bella Hadid, watch out, girly. I'm coming for you with this slick back bun. So obviously I could have brought a brush with me today, maybe some hairspray. Did not do that, but I'll do it next time we do a hair video. So right away, you guys can see there's a little bit of that shine on the top. This is definitely where it's a lot smoother. It laid my baby hairs down right away, but I'm gonna see if I can do any sort of shaping. For any of my ladies out there who have like a 4C type hair, if you guys wanna practice laying down your edges, this would be a good way to do it, or you can use a very fine tooth comb and regular gel. But a good sort of rule of thumb would be to leave a little bit of room for shaping. Okay, so we're just gonna scoop up some of these baby hairs, make that look a little bit sleeker. That looks so much better. Oh, this is great. I like this video today, guys. This is awesome. Let's see, it's really effective when you take pictures. Yeah, for sure, beauty level up. Who else struggles with messy baby hairs on humid days? I think the humidity is a really good point. It's so humid here in Korea, so it's impossible for me to do anything if I have straight hair. Wow, having hair is a lot of work. My arms are getting tired. Did you guys see that? Did you see that magic that just happened? Look at that. That's so good. Okay, so like I said, I don't have a fine tooth comb that I can really like slick this back up in here with, but you guys get the point. Like, look at that. That works really well. I like that. Look, I'm so much more clean now. This is awesome. Okay, so that covers this one. This is the Flyaway Baby Hair Fixer. Definitely grab one of these if you're somebody that also struggles with baby hairs. Yeah, join the club. I definitely approve of this one. Up next, this one is very similar, but this one is a little bit, I would say, more heavy duty, especially if you have a shorter hair type. Like men, I think you guys could use this one. Girlies, if you're really into that sort of like full slick back, you use a whole handful of gel. This one is definitely more for you. I don't see me using this one on a daily basis, but this is definitely a good option. So this is a hair wax stick. Looks like a little deodorant. Ooh, I can't push it up. That's probably because I'm going the wrong way. There it goes. Okay, so you can actually see there, it's very waxy. So I just want to test the texture here. Not very much. It's actually really nice. I thought it was going to be more oily than that, but it's really not. I'll just take it kind of right here. You guys can see this lovely little curl that is defying gravity. So we're going to try to see if she will sit down. And there she goes, just like that. So that would definitely be for a thicker hair type or for somebody that has obviously a little bit more weight to their hair. Their hair is a little bit less, I would say, obedient. My hair usually does a pretty good job. It's just the baby hairs, and because my hair type is quite thin, sometimes that can be an issue, but this is definitely something that I'm really enjoying so far. If you guys want to take it a step further, so you can obviously see down here I have a lot of little baby hairs on my neck. If you're going for a super sleek and clean look, you guys can even take these products on the back of the neck right here. So for example, with the wax, you would be using that across the neckline back here. I know as well for people that wear wigs, it's really important to flatten the hair. So these would be really good products for that. Just to kind of make sure everything is nice and tight so that you don't actually rip out your real hair. Now we have another product, which is very similar to the powder one, but I have a couple different options. So this one is the Artist Hair Concealer Palette. So that would be this guy right here. Obviously this one has a lot more shades, which I really, really like. I do like the fact that they have this kind of taupey brown one because this would suit my natural hair color a little bit more. Plus with this one, I have two different brush options. The safety mirror just fell out. So let's go ahead and test the texture of this one. Let's just see how it goes. I'm curious to know if it's either more powdery or more like oil-based, similar to the other one. So here are some of the shades. Okay, right away, it feels very creamy. Kind of an odd descriptor, I know, but these are two of the shades that I just swatched. These two right here feel very like balmy almost. I would say it feels like chapstick. A little bit of an odd descriptor, but this one is definitely not what I was expecting. I was kind of expecting eyeshadow texture. For my eyebrow hairs, I actually used powder, so I was definitely expecting something more like that. This definitely sits a lot more like a balm, so I'm very curious to try it. Neat line and sophisticated impression. Keeping up with celebrity hairlines, definitely a challenge. These details change the whole thing. Like I said, like I already feel like this looks so much cleaner. And I'm not gonna lie, like I'm still a lot more comfortable wearing my hair down, but I appreciate you guys being so respectful and supportive. But something like this would definitely give me the confidence to wear my hair up more, especially when I'm at the gym, because like I said before, I usually just do like a low ponytail, but it's always in my face and it's always like feeling heavy. So this actually feels really, really nice. Without this, my makeup is not done these days. You wouldn't really need to, I think, if your hair is nice and cleanly placed. I think it's a good sort of point there. Tips for getting photos well. I finally found a solution. Yes, Sarah, me too. I really, really encourage you guys to go for products like this. I haven't seen anything like this in the States or anywhere else for that matter. This is something that I've noticed in Olive Young for a couple of years now, more specifically this one right here. Koreans tend to have a very thin skin type, but it's often masked by how dark their hair is. So a lot of times I'll see Korean girlies using this one, or Korean men for that matter, just to shape up the hairline and make it look fuller. Which is kind of the idea. That's kind of what I was going for today too. So I would definitely suggest giving one of these a try if you haven't already. So just to kind of reiterate, I'm going to put this on the brushes and we're just going to see if it responds differently to different brush types. So this one is a sponge. This is almost identical to the one that we had here. Then we have a typical brush. This is the contour hairline brush. Okay, so it's specifically for your hairline. I like that. I like the diversity and the specificity. We're just going with all the SAT words today, guys. Solve flyaway with just one wax stick. I know, right? I do think, if I'm not mistaken, when I went to Japan, I think I went to Tokyo 2 years ago for Ultra Japan, I got something very similar, but it was a lot less, or a lot more, I would say. It was a lot more oily, a lot more shiny. This one is a lot more compact. The one that I got in Tokyo, I think it's this little pink round one. You guys can Google it if you don't believe me. But this is definitely a better version because it's not as like oily or greasy. So I think you wouldn't have to like worry about your hair feeling wet all day. Definitely a good option. I would go for that. Now, let's see this little hairline brush. I'm curious. I'm a makeup girl myself, so I've seen a brush or two. Oh, I like that. Give me a zoom there. Do you guys see? Ignore the powder. Do you guys see that? It's really dense. This feels like, it feels like horsehair. Like it feels like as well, like some sort of thick, more coarse fibers. And I don't mean that as an insult at all. I just mean that it's very thick. It's very dense. I think the purpose of that is kind of to blend in with your actual hair fibers a little bit more to kind of displace the product. So let's give it a go. I don't think I have any more. Well, I still have this one, so we'll go ahead and give it a shot. Let's try it with, I want to try it with the more ashy one. Let's just see. Okay, so this kind of displays the texture a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see that. When I push into the product here, there's actually like a little dent. Do you see that? It's definitely more of a cream. So just to kind of give you an idea of what that looks like. Usually a powder, you might see a swipe, but in this case, it definitely looks like somebody put a brush in it and moved it. So it's very soft. It's very nice. I do like it. But it does feel a little bit more creamy than I was expecting as well. The slick hair works for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I believe you 100%. I'm surprised wax sticks are easier than I thought. Definitely. My face looks small when I fill in the empty part with a palette. Yes, small face, which is a Korean compliment. Don't be confused to all my foreign viewers. It's a compliment in Korean. Okay, yeah, let's just go for that. Let's just see what we could do. Oh, okay. I think I like the brush much better. You can kind of see how it actually moves with my natural hairline. So that's really nice. I can't stop looking at it, guys. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little bit overwhelmed. I'm so used to seeing just a giant like scar over here. So this is actually really lovely. It's covered it very naturally. I don't think it looks like paint. I don't think it looks like I've colored it in with makeup or something. I think it actually looks really nice. I am noticing now that there's a color difference. So you can see right here, if I move the hair, that's where the bald spot kind of is. I'm going to try to fill that in. Let's just blend these two, because I'm not sure. So we're just going to touch that up a little bit, see if I can give myself a better hairline. Oh, I forgot I had product on this finger, and then I just swiped my face. Okay, ignore that. Okay, we're just going to... See, I knew that I wasn't going to get away with this video without making a mess. Dang it. Okay, well, you get the idea. This is very nice. I feel like I completely like ruined the illusion. There we go. Okay, I think I'm working with it. I do like this a lot. This is really nice. And last one, we're going to touch it up a couple more times. Gorgeous. Lovely. Nice and slick back. If I wanted to go a step further, I think I could take my baby hairs up. I actually think they're quite cute. But just for a reference, you guys will get to see next week. We'll have the side-by-side photos. I don't know if you guys can rewind on the live format, but if you can, go back to the beginning and see where my hair was at as far as like the original ponytail and see where it is now. I love this sort of slick look. I think it kind of accentuates my jawline and everything. So if you guys have ever wanted to try this, and if you haven't done it yet, now you have some products that can help you out with that. I really appreciate you guys always being so active in the comments. I love getting to talk to you. This is a really good item, and it would be more natural to use it with the bangs. Yeah, I agree. Let's leave some little hairs here. The impression is really different, and your laugh is contagious. See me laughing to my screen. Well, I'm very glad that I could give you some laughter today, or at least make you guys smile or help you out with some tips. Thank you guys so much, as always, for tuning into the show, for showing Koreanet love and support, for giving me that same love and support as well. Of course, we love being here. If you guys have any suggestions for future content, or if you want to see something specific on the show, like something like this, feel free to drop it down in the comment section right now, and we will see what we can do to kind of appease your feedback, so to speak. Anyway, thank you guys so much. I love you guys. Bye.